Hello students, welcome to my channel Learn at Home. We were doing Gauss's law and we had also proved definition and its law. So today we will just deduce the Coulomb law from Gauss's law. For that, what we will do, we will take a closed surface. As you know, closed surface, because actually according to Gauss's law, to a closed surface electric field is equal to E dot ds is equal to 1 by epsilon times q. So for that, what we will do, we will take a closed surface and it is having a center O and charge q is at the center O. So also it is having a radius r, right? And suppose at point this we are to find electric field intensity, right? So since this electric intensity and this unit vector are acting in the same direction. Now, so according to Gauss's law, according to Gauss's law, the surface integral, closed surface integral E dot ds is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times q, or you can say q upon epsilon naught. So let it be equation number 1. So now this is since E and ds. So as I told you, I have considered a small surface ds, and ds and this E electric field acting in the same direction. So that means if they are acting in same direction, so theta is equal to 0 degree. So if we remove this, this will be equal to surface integral E ds cos of 0 degree, right? And this is nothing but equal to q by epsilon naught, right? So this E to be taken outside, and cos of 0, as you know, because cos of 0 degree is equal to 1. So that means surface integral ds is equal to q by epsilon naught times, right? So what is this? This is ds, integral of this surface. So since this is a closed surface, so surface area is equal to 4 pi r square, right? So this is q upon epsilon naught. So here we will find electric field. So electric field is what? This is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, right? And q upon r square. So this is the value of electric field. Now actually what we are to prove? We are to prove Coulomb's law, right? So for Coulomb's law, you know, electric field is equal to what? Force per unit tense charge. So since electric field E is equal to force per unit test charge, so that means force is equal to q naught into E. So here we will substitute the value of this. So here this is further equal to F is equal to q naught into E, and as we have calculated value of this electric field, so this will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught upon r square. This is nothing but Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law means product of charges and divided by separation, square of separation between them. So in this derivation, in this formula, we have deduced Coulomb's law from Gauss's law. So now next is applications of Gauss's law. So first application in this Gauss's law, that is electric field intensity due to a charged infinite wire. So what we will do, we will take a charged wire, this is charged wire, in which we have distributed charge throughout the wire, right? This is Q charge is distributed over this wire, and since this wire is infinite, right? So I am writing here this symbol of infinite, right? So what is the next step? We have to draw a Gaussian surface around this. So this is a Gaussian surface and around the wire, right? And it will take the shape of this cylinder on both the sides, right? And this Gaussian surface is cylindrical. Why? Because wire is a cylindrical form. So since we have distributed the charge and charge is distributed along the length, so that means what we will take here, we will take linear charge density, linear charge density, charge density. As students, you know, we can distribute charge in three different forms, like along a lengthwise and volumetric and, you know, surface. So here, since wire is a type of this cylindrical, so this is lambda, lambda is linear charge density, right? And also what is lambda? Lambda is equal to charge, right? Charge upon this length. Suppose this wire is having length L, right? So what we will do, this lambda is equal to Q upon L. This is from definition when we are distributing charge along the length of the wire. So here you just see they are having three different regions, 1, 2 and 3, where we can take a small portion, small surface in three different regions, and on those different or small surfaces we have three types of this flux. So let us take, this will be first region, and this is second region, and this is our third region. Whole this diagram is converted into three different regions, right? So suppose here charge is distributed, so we will take a small portion along this surface where charge, this is unit vector, right? And electric field along this. So this is E electric field. This is small surface here, and electric field is acting on this side perpendicular to the surface, right? And this is our ds surface. Similarly, here also we can this take a small surface ds, and also this surface is also perpendicular to the surface. So suppose this is having flux phi 1, and at this region flux phi 2, and through this region. So you know, electric field, direction of electric field is what? It is away from the, you know, electric charge. So this is charge. So suppose I have taken a small surface over here, this is ds, and this electric field is acting this direction, ds and E are in the same direction, but in this case region 1 and region 2, they are perpendicular to. Actually we have to clear the diagram. If the concept of diagram is clear, we can able to find electric field intensity. So then what will be the total flux? So what is the total flux? Total flux, let it be phi. So phi is equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 and phi 3, right? So since this ds and electric field, they are ds along this and electric field along this, they are perpendicular to each other, like this also. Electric field in this direction only, so they are perpendicular to each other. So if you write this, so its value is perpendicular, that means theta is equal to 90 degree, and what ultimately happens, cos 90 is 0, that means product is 0. So this is E ds cos of 90 degree. I am writing straight away. So this phi 2 is also EDS, this is EDS cos of 90 degree, right, and plus phi 3. So since this electric field and this surface, they are acting in the same direction, so this is acting in the same direction. So what does it mean? It means we are having a small angle, that is cos of 0. So this is further equal to, this whole quantity is 0, this is again 0, and this flux is equal to EDS. So phi is equal to EDS. Now what to do further? We are to take its surface integral, no doubt. So this is surface integral of this EDS, right? So take E to be outside the integral. So E surface integral ds. So E is what? E to be taken outside. And what about this ds? Ds means surface area. You know, this is a cylindrical wire. So volume, surface area of cylinder is what? This is 2 pi RL. 2 pi RL, right? So this phi is nothing but, according to Gauss's law, this is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So we can write here according to Gauss's law, right? Gauss's law. So this Q by epsilon E times 2 pi R into L. Basically we are interested to find E, electric field intensity, right? So this electric field can be written like this. This is lambda into L, right, upon 2 pi epsilon into R, this L, right, and this L will be cancelled out. So what we get? This is lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught into R, right? Actually here charge we have substituted the value of Q. Here you can write, I have just written this is Q is equal to lambda into dl, right? So this lambda into dl, so that is why I have substituted here lambda into L. So this L will be cancelled out, and we have proved, we have find out the electric field intensity due to a charge. This whole wire is charged, right? So next I have electric field intensity due to plates. So this was a charged wire, and here we will take a sheet which is being charged. Yes, next application is electric field intensity due to charged infinite plane sheet. So in the previous article, in the previous application, we had find the electric field intensity due to a charged wire. No doubt wire is cylindrical. So here I am taking infinite this plane sheet. So let us take, this is a type of sheet, right? This is a plane sheet in which charge is distributed. Yes student, I had already discussed you like charge is distributed in 3 types, either along our lengthwise or wire, or along a sheet, or charge is distributed like in volume form, yani this is in form of cuboid. So this is a sheet. So charge is distributed. So you know this is charge. So that means electric field away from the positive charge, and it will act like this in this direction. This is electric field, and similarly in this direction also. So electric field acting in this direction, right, outward or away from the sheet. So I have drawn this Gaussian surface, right. So this is also, so what we are to take, electric field is acting along this direction. So suppose we have taken a small portion, small surface ds in this direction, and right, in this direction, let it be region 1, and this region, this surface S2, and this is your second region, where S and ds are in the same direction, and here also ds and E are acting in the same direction. This is your region first, and we can take a third region, this side or this side. So I am taking small surface, right. So since electric field is acting in this direction and this surface is having this direction, so what does it mean? I have taken this third region, right. So in this case, electric field E and ds, they are acting perpendicular to each other, normal to each other. So what does it mean? That means EDS cos of 90. So that means its electric field will be 0, its flux will be 0. So what we are left with? Region 1 and region 2. Suppose this region, and moreover, since I have distributed charge over a surface, right. So that means we will take here surface charge density, right. So surface charge density, it is denoted by sigma, right. This is Q upon S, ds, small surface, right. So S is area, so we can write it like Q upon A or Q upon S, right. And from where we can find out sigma into S or area or ds, having the same thing, right. Now total electric flux, total flux, let it be phi, right. So here again we have 3 different regions. So students, this is phi 1, phi 2 and phi 3. So this is further equal to surface integral of EDS, right, E dot ds, and this is again surface integral. This can be region 1, this can be region 2. So this is E dot ds. This is for surface integral region 3rd, right. So this is E dot ds, right. So no doubt these are vector quantities. So I have put here arrowhead. Now, so you know in region 1 and 2, E and ds are acting in same direction. So what does it mean? It means EDS cos of 0 degree, right. So this is one region, and same, this is EDS cos of 0 degree, and in this case, in third case, EDS cos of 90 degree, right. So this is EDS, why? Because cos 0 is 1, and this third region, it is having 0 electric flux. So this is 2 times EDS. No doubt you can put it here, ds, this is surface integral, right, 2 times, and third region is no doubt 0. So this is 2 times E, because they are same. So we have just added it. So this is surface integral ds, which is nothing but equal to s. So this is your flux. Flux is equal to E into S. So here, what is this electric flux? Electric flux is equal to Q by epsilon naught according to Gauss's law. So this is Q upon epsilon naught. So this is 2Es. So Q is nothing but equal to sigma into S or sigma into A. Anything you can take. So this is further equal to Q is sigma into S. You take it like S. So it will be better to understand, right? So you can erase this. So this will be sigma into S. So it will be easy to understand. So this is 2 times E into S. So here we are interested to find electric field intensity. So this S will be cancelled out. So which is further equal to E is equal to sigma upon 2 times epsilon naught. So students, this is the electric field intensity for a infinite sheet. So still we have 1 or 2 derivations in this Gauss's law. So those will be done in the next video.